News every 15 minutes, weather every 10, and sports twice an hour.
Newstalk, KGVO, AM 1290 and 101.5 FM.
You're listening to Montana Morning with Peter Christian.
Identities released in a Butte murder-suicide. Good morning, everyone. It's Montana Morning. It's Monday, March 28, 2016. All right, now we have a cloudy sky, 30 degrees. In Missoula, roads are bare and wet or bare and dry. We are expecting about a 50% chance of snow showers throughout the day. Good to be back after being in Europe, seeing my daughter for the last week or so. And I want to say thank you to John King and Sarah Jovetic and all the folks for filling in while I was away. It's good to be back. Our top story this morning, NBC Montana is reporting the Butte Silverbow Sheriff's Department officers responded to a modular home on Wild Horse Meadow west of Ramsey Friday morning after receiving a call from a woman concerned about her friend. The Sheriff's Department identified the individual's 70-year-old Larry Farrell and his wife, 48-year-old Michelle. When officers arrived at the home, they discovered two bodies inside. Sheriff Ed Lester said in a statement the man and woman were both residents of the home and both appear to have died from gunshot wounds. He says it appears to be a murder-suicide based on the evidence at the scene. The sheriff added the couple did not have children, but there were animals at the home. Animal control officials were on the scene removing them on Friday afternoon. Autopsies on both will be conducted today at the State Crime Lab here in Missoula. Flathead County Sheriff's officials identified the woman whose body was found on a barge on Flathead Lake last week. Sheriff Chuck Curry said it was 38-year-old Chantal Johnston who was found Monday on the barge docked near Lakeside. He said the cause of death has not yet been determined. That also coming from the State Crime Lab here in Missoula. Parents in eastern Montana are asking schools to intervene in cases of bullying following 3 recent suicides of several students. The Billings Gazette reports a group of concerned parents and community members have requested the Laurel School District change the way it addresses bullying after a recent student's suicide. Laurel School District Board of Trustees Chairman Doug LeBrun said a committee will review the district's current policy and compare it to those already in place at other schools. Montana law requires every school district to adopt an anti-bullying policy, but doesn't have any punishment requirements, investigation, or reporting techniques. Montana's primary ballots are finalized. Montana Secretary of State Linda McCullough has the names of all the presidential candidates that will be up for a vote.
Hillary Clinton, Ted Cruz, John Kasich, Marco Rubio, Bernie Sanders, Jeb Bush, Donald Trump, and that's all. Before the ballots were finished, McCullough says Montana reached out to the Jeb Bush campaign to see if they wanted to withdraw their name.
We contacted the Jeb Bush campaign several times about withdrawing, and they didn't ever do it. So he'll still be on the ballot.
Marco Rubio will also be on the ballot despite suspending his campaign. Some big names in this year's campaign, like Ben Carson and Martin O'Malley, won't be on Montana's primary ballots because they never filled out paperwork to be included in the first place. Speaking of politics, progressive voting advocates are praising last week's decision by the U.S. Supreme Court to keep Montana's Republican primary open for now. The state Republican Party is suing to have a closed primary in which only registered Republicans could vote. Under current state law, anyone can vote in any party's primary without having to declare an affiliation. Last week, the High Court rejected the request for an injunction that would have allowed the June primary to be closed while litigation proceeds. Rachel Hufteria with the nonprofit group Montana Forward, which works to motivate young voters, is pleased with that decision.
Millennials are more likely than any other generation of voters to identify as independent or not adhere to either political party. So the Supreme Court ruling ensures that we will not be suppressing young people's participation in Montana's primary.
Studies have shown that voter sabotage is rare, but they do show that open primaries tend to produce more centrist candidates. Hufteria said the more open the system, the better off Montana will be, in her opinion.
I think open primaries allow more people to participate in the process. And so I can't really speak to either political party's intention in this, but I think the effect would be to keep certain people out.
The lawsuit now will seek to change the rules for the primaries in 2018. Changes made at the federal level that alter the way money is doled out between the different regions of the Forest Service could have a significant impact at the Custer-Gallatin National Forest. The trail maintenance budget is down about $90,000, the first of 3 budget cuts, expected to reduce forest trail work funding there by about $300,000 over the next 2 years. Forest spokeswoman Marna Daly said the agency's regional office in Missoula took some of the cuts, reducing the impact, but work in future years could suffer. According to the Bozeman Daily Chronicle, some forests in western Montana got more money for restorative work because of wildfires that occurred last year. The University of Montana was honored with the Arbor Day Foundation's 2015 Tree Campus USA. Arboretum Committee Chairman John Goodburn said it's a recognition of UM's commitment to effective urban forest management.
It's recognizing work that's been being done on the campus in landscaping the campus with trees for some years, but it also recognizes a level of support from the administration to committing to funding new plantings, also recognizing campuses that have an educational component in regards to student learning opportunities.
Goodburn said it's something new to UM and that they hope to remain part of Tree Campus USA next year.
The Tree Campus USA is a designation that you apply for and then you maintain through time. It is the first year that we've applied for it and been honored with this. We perhaps could have done it earlier, but we didn't have all of our components together. But we've certainly been working with making this campus more treed.
That's a word, treed. Thank you. U of M received this recognition by maintaining a tree advisory committee, a campus tree care plan, dedicated annual expenditures for its campus tree program, an Arbor Day observance, and student service learning project. Missoula's senior all-night party set for June 4th, but according to volunteer Sue Orr, there's already a need for volunteers and financial assistance. Orr says the event will take place at the Hub Family Entertainment Center. There'll be a lot going on.
Bingo, there's karaoke, there's bumper car rides, there's all kinds of stuff for the kids to do. There's prizes, there's scholarship prizes to Montana University System schools. There's dorm room refrigerators. I think they're giving away TVs, Xboxes, all the kinds of things.
The senior all-night party insists on having graduates stay until 1 a.m. to receive their prizes. The goal is to let the graduates have fun and keep them safe.
30 years ago, before the party started, there were kids that were going out and getting drunk and getting killed in car crashes and things like that. And parents got together back then, and they've been doing it every year since then. And it's just a great way for kids to be safe after they graduated from high school that day.
Parents and other volunteers will be meeting tomorrow night at the Sentinel High School Library at 7 to help plan the event. Orr says more volunteers are needed. Our News Talk time is 6:12.
News Talk, KGVO.
Missoula's official weather station.
Scattered winter weather around the Missoula area today, getting up into the middle 40s. Occasional snow showers or some graupel from time to time will be drying out as we head into Tuesday. I'm meteorologist Matt Gray for the NBC Montana Severe Weather Alert Team.